whether that the information they received came from another human being or not, then that computer with that machine would really be considered intelligent. It was called the Turing test. It was in 1950s. 6 years after, John McCarthy was an American computer scientist. He led a group of experts at that college. And what they did was straightforward. Teach machines to think. That was their mission. Things didn't go as planned. So after some time, there was this kind of drought in the system, which was called the AI winter period, when a lot did not happen. Computers were too slow, the systems failed, there wasn't enough funding, and so on. But gradually, things began to change. Improvement began. The computers had more power, there was internet data, and by the 2020s, computers like we know now could now write, they could speak, they could create images, they could compose. So, in a nutshell, we can say the journey of AI from 1950 back to 1956 were kind of the foundational years. And then, moving forward, where we had a drought period where a lot was as if nothing was happening, but of course a lot of research was happening. And then, boom, in the 2020s, we have what it is today. So we are looking at artificial intelligence in today's world. It's already around us. We're not waiting for it to come again, it's already here, working quietly in the background. It's on our phones, our banks, the hospitals, on social media, in translation apps, communication, healthcare, finance, education, everywhere. Transportation, name it. Humanitarian aid. Even in the donor, everything is already here. So again, it's not coming, it's already working in the background, it's already in us. What is this artificial intelligence? We already know about it, but this will just be the simplest of definitions. Artificial intelligence is technology that allows machines to imitate aspects of human intelligence. What does that mean? It means teaching machines how to think, how to learn, and make decisions in ways that resemble human reasoning. So, AI can solve problems. If it is human reasoning, it can solve problems. It can analyze data, it can understand language, it can make decisions. That remains a tool. It remains a tool. It has no mind. It has no soul. Has no emotions. Has no conscience. It depends entirely on us, on human design, human values, our decisions, our supervision. That's why the responsibility rests on us. What AI is not. It is not human. AI is not human. No conscience, no faith, no spiritual awareness. It can generate prayers. It can write a film, it can do all of that. But it cannot pray. It's not human. It's not a moral agent. It cannot decide right from wrong. It has been trained on data. So it works just with what it has been trained on. Instructions and patterns and all of that, that has been fed or given. It is not infallible. AI, we know that times that it hallucinates. It can produce false content. It can be wrong. That's why you always have to verify. Never treat it as an authority. AI is not the church's mission. Again, it's a tool. It's not the church's mission. It cannot ever replace evangelization. It cannot replace pastoral presence, nor our sacraments, nor the discernment. It is the servant, I will never be the master. Let's look a bit about the different kinds of artificial intelligence. We need to understand the different kinds. Why? Because it will help us to understand the tools that we'll be learning about. When you understand the different kinds of artificial intelligence, you will understand what it can do, how smart it is, how it works. These are the criteria that we use in categorizing the different kinds of artificial intelligence. So there are three main kinds. You have narrow AI, general AI, super AI. Again, in simple terms, what do we mean by narrow? From the word narrow, limited, right? It's limited. It's designed to perform specific tasks. And that's most of what we use today as AI falls under this aspect. Because there's just a task that it does. Translate this thing, there's a translation task. Edit this thing for me, it does anything. Generate this song for me, compose this music. So it's quick, they're just quick assistance and limited scope. So that's narrow AI. We have general AI. This one is still theoretical, hasn't happened yet, still under research. Okay? And the idea the ability to understand, learn, and perform like human beings. It will. And do a wide range of tasks. It's still theoretical, under research. Doesn't exist. And the last one here we have super AI. From the word super, means will surpass. The plan is that it should surpass human intelligence in every area. It's a future solution. So in summary, we looked at these three kinds of AI so that we can be able to understand and be informed about how the future of AI is going to look like. So for now, we are in the first line, narrow AI. There are some core concepts that we need to pay attention to, and these core concepts, which are at the heart of artificial intelligence, help us see how artificial intelligence is already being used. Some of the essential aspects of our lives today use this AI to solve problems, to enhance creativity, and make decisions. So when you hear about AI, you're going to hear about machine learning. Machine learning. We don't need to understand these as experts. But again, in simple terms, it just means it is artificial intelligence that has learned from the data that it inputs. It means over time it has learned. And then now it can perform better. So the better the data, the more the data, the better the output. There are neural networks. Actually, this kind of artificial intelligence is inspired from how the brain works, with patterns and all of that. So we can do research about this, dig more into it to understand. But the idea is that it is inspired by the human brain, and there are layers of information. It's like in the network. When you see applications that recognize vision, the face, and speech that need a lot to make them happen, they actually use the idea of how the brain functions to come about those applications. And then with generative AI is where most of our content created today falls. And it is just simple to understand. Generate unique, new, original content. New, original, having large language models. This one mostly trained with text speed, like Sonic, the right Sonic, all those applications that just give you text. They are mostly generated by this. The last thing we'll talk about here before we dive into the real thing we're looking at is a word that you will come across quite often when you hear of artificial intelligence called Python. Yes, a foundational skill, Python. What is Python? A programming language. Put simply, it is how humans give instructions to computers so that they can understand. Just like I will speak now, as I'm speaking now in English, and you're understanding me, a computer can only understand if you speak a particular language. It has its own words, it has its own rules, it has its own structure and grammar. So when you use that particular set of language, the computer understands you. And that's why it's called Python. It's nothing symbolic. If you're like me, I'm sure you ask, why did they choose the word Python? We all know what a Python is. I had those questions myself. Why Python? Why not elephant? Why not something else? Why Python? The truth is that after doing research, it's really nothing symbolic. Have any symbolic meaning why he did. He was just so fond of a certain comedy show. They called it the Monty Python's Flying Circus. And he loved it so much, he wanted a short word that could be fun, could be unique, could be remembered. And so he decided to call it Python. So, in case you were asking, why does Python matter in AI? Because it is simple, it is flexible, and it is powerful. What are the advantages and disadvantages of using this artificial intelligence? The merits include speed, efficiency. They can work without being manually prompted to. They work on their own automation. Reduced errors. 24/7 they are available. And they do better and more profound analysis. And you can also personalize. There are some risks involved in artificial intelligence. There are job placements, there is bias, there is privacy risk. We could be too dependent on it. There are ethical concerns. And there could be misinformation. So if we reflect a little bit, artificial intelligence is powerful. It's human-made, it's dependent on us. Morally neutral. Its impact depends on how we use it. Now we come to the core of the view. With this background information, and everything you just heard in very simple terms, how does all this relate to the mission of the church? At this point, I understand that I'm speaking to Catholic communicators of the church. So I will still go ahead with what I understood to be the core mission of the church. To evangelize, to make disciples, to teach the commands of Christ, to spread the gospel worldwide. That is the heart of the church. How is it done? It is done through service. It's done through the sacraments. It's done through justice and peace. It's done through salvation for all. Right from the beginning, the church has always used tools the church has always used tools, from handwritten manuscripts to the printing presses to radio and television, the internet. And now is the era of artificial intelligence. The message never changes, but the tools do. Why do tools matter? The church adopts tools to communicate clearly, to reach more people, to respond to new realities, and to serve more effectively. It's important to know that technology does not replace the mission of the church, it only supports the mission of the church. The wrong question would be, should the church use AI? The right question is rather, how can the church use AI? Without losing her human face, without losing her authentic voice, and without losing her moral responsibility. The principle that can guide that to happen is that we must remember that AI remains a tool, it remains a servant, it's under human authority, never a replacement of pastoral presence, and never a substitute for discernment. Why is artificial intelligence important for the church? Why is it important to us? Why? It reduces administrative burden. It saves time. And it can improve our communication. At the same time, it can increase efficiency. So that the leaders can focus on what really matters, the ministry, pastoral care, evangelization, spiritual accompaniment, because it's time for mission work. How can AI serve the church? It enhances communication. And a lot of things, newsletters, social media posts, for those who are involved in social media, it creates announcements, it schedules content, and so on in a timely fashion. It's useful to the church in that it can improve efficiency. We can expand outreach. We can provide 24/7 information. We can do a lot without manually doing everything the second time. There's a stronger connection with parishioners. Another important reason why AI is important to the church is that it can help us reach a global audience. You don't have to focus only on their own day. With a click and a submit button or something, you can reach the whole world in a very short time. And it helps meet different communities, the translation needs of different communities. Especially in Cameroon, where we have over 330 different languages, my goodness. So you can understand the power of that kind of tool. It supports spiritual. Again, it's a tool, so you can actually assist that. And it fosters community engagement. The community is diverse, so you can always tailor your message to meet the different categories of people in the community. What are some of the benefits of artificial intelligence for the church? We said it already. In a nutshell, all empowers even small teams. So if you have a small team, if you are just alone, with artificial intelligence, you can do work that 20 people could have done. Yes? 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 With a small team, even if you're alone, can do what that even 20 people could do in a very short and limited time. There are also risks. There is lots of human discernment because the tendency for AI just generates information. It cannot discern. And since it's so quick and seems always to be very efficient, if there is no human oversight, a lot can go wrong. So there is lots of human discernment. Doctrinal inaccuracy. There are times that artificial intelligence can give you information that is correct. It's not accurate in terms of our doctrine in the church. And they may be biased. Privacy and data exposure. If you feed it with sensitive information, just understand that most of it is public domain, like internal church documents being uploaded onto artificial intelligence when you don't understand exactly the developer of the app and so on. All of that is risky because it can violate privacy aspects. Overdependence. We use these tools all the time, and very soon, maybe if we have failure of electricity, power failure, you're like, oh my God, I was supposed to look for this. What do I do? I'm not able to access ChatGPT. Like you're dumb. You depend too much on it. So it reduces creativity and much more. Ethical concerns are some of the risks. Manipulated images, artificial voices, misrepresentation. Some people even do cloning. They clone and then they don't have. Ethical boundaries must be defined clearly. Perspective, the goal is really not to fear AI. And the goal is not to blindly adopt it either. The goal is to be wise. AI is not wise, we are the ones who have wisdom. AI is good, it's fast, it does what it's not wise. We have wisdom, and that's why we discern. AI is neither holy nor evil. The impact depends. So keeping AI at the service of the mission, that is the heart of our work now. To keep AI at the heart of the mission, one, we need to remember AI as a servant and not a master. No matter how much it serves you and you're so excited and happy, it is not the master, it is a servant. So before using AI, you should ask, does this support evangelization? Does this smart program protect human dignity? Does it align with Christian values? If not, do not use it. To keep artificial intelligence at the service of the church, we have to maintain human oversight. Every AI must be reviewed, must be evaluated, must be approved. AI generates, but we humans do the discernment. AI at the service of the church's mission is to protect human dignity, respecting privacy, protecting minors, avoiding manipulation, safeguarding sensitive data. The next way to keep AI at the service of the church's mission is to promote ethical responsibility. There's a lot of abuse, and people use it in different ways. But to ensure that it remains at the service
of the church's mission, we need to promote ethical responsibility by establishing guidelines, training the staff, like what we're doing here now, being aware of what these ethical responsibilities are, choosing providers who are ethical, and setting clear boundaries. Another way we can keep AI at the service of the church's mission is to strengthen, not replace pastoral ministry. We just have to strengthen and remember that AI cannot replace the ministry. Cannot. It can draft, it can translate, it can organize, it can brainstorm, it can propose ideas. It cannot do sacramental grace. It doesn't do that. Cannot accompany somebody spiritually. Can try, but cannot. And it cannot replace presence. It's a tool, it's a mission. Again, to keep artificial intelligence at the service of the church's mission is we have to think of continuous discernment, which is something I know already happens all the time in the church. We evaluate these tools regularly, every single day. So many tools get created, so many of them. And even those that are already in place get upgraded. So we need to evaluate the tools regularly to stay informed, update our internal policies as to how we use these tools. And so the discernment is ongoing. A summary of this section. AI can be a powerful ally, yes. A support system, yes. A communication enhancer, yes. But only if it is guided by human judgment. And if it is rooted in our Christian values and aligned with the gospel. So, again, AI must serve the church's mission and not redefine it. Now we go to the tools.
Did we take coffee break before? Depends on you. Okay. No problem.
So now the tools. I'm excited about this.
Okay.
What are AI tools? Again, I like it simple. Smart computer programs that use AI to help people work. They're just smart. And they're computer programs. And they use artificial intelligence, remember the technology, to help us in our work. That's what they are. Tools. They help to do work faster, more accurate, and more efficient. And so it saves time, reduces our effort, and improves the results. A simple formula. You have artificial intelligence, which is the technology. You have the tools, which are the smart programs developed with that technology to help us in our work. Now we identify the tasks that we as church communicators have and that we will need AI to help us do. And when we get there and merge all of them, we have stronger impact. We are able to get the results. So AI is the technology. AI tools are the instruments. The church tasks are the mission of the church, the activities we are engaged in. And the impact is the result we plan to make together at the end of the year. So there is this important clarification. AI tools are not a replacement for pastoral care again, and they are not a substitute for spiritual discernment. They are not moral decision makers. They are supportive instruments and administrative assistants. They only assist us, but we, humans, we remain responsible. What do these AI tools, these smart programs, what do they really help us with? Hello? Hi. Hello. What do they analysis, scheduling, communication. They have a way in which they work. They understand us as we use the tools. And as you keep feeding it with information, it improves over time. They really don't think there. It's more of their thinking is more in line with calculating probabilities. Anyway, that one is left for the AI engineers. Okay, so AI tools do a lot of things well. They work quickly, they do repetitive tasks, they improve efficiency, they provide insights, and a lot more. Like we said before, there are things that the tools cannot do. They cannot pray, they cannot discern, they cannot feel compassion. They may only try to. They cannot take moral responsibility. Just imagine, this one now is just for us to imagine. I would like all of us seated to imagine if AI tools reduced your work. Hello? Hi. If artificial intelligence tools reduced your work from 20 hours to 5 hours per week, how would that time help you? More pastoral visits, more catechesis, more prayer, more reaching out to people in need. What? Remember, you just gained 15 hours. So when guided by ethics, faith, human judgment, and clear policies, AI really becomes a support system, a productivity booster, and a communication enhancer. So, there are 4 main areas that we talk about when we talk of responsibly using artificial intelligence in the church. So this one is so important that we can take a break here, and when we come back, we will feel more alive. So these are the features. These are the responsible areas when you talk about tools of artificial intelligence and how it can be integrated with the church to achieve the church's objectives. You need to look at what the tools can do, features. You need to look at how to choose them wisely, acquisition. You need to look at how to set them up safely, installation. And you need, of course, to look at how to use them ethically, proper use. So we'll look at this when we come back.
Ok, 15 minutes pour la pause café.
have a machine.
My brother, we are almost my brother. No, just that stand up that phone and come back.
c'était envoyé en Word. On va le lancer. On a comme le temps. Donc je rappelle que les uns et les autres sont invités, ceux qui n'ont pas encore fait, de voir la comptable de CONACOM pour verser leur contribution pour la formation. Ceux qui n'ont pas encore fait, beaucoup l'ont déjà fait, c'est bien. Et ceux qui travaillent une petite contribution pour le transport, un petit forfait pour le transport de tout le monde en général. Donc vous allez remplir aussi, c'est entre 20 et 25 000 le transport, mais il faut prévoir au moins des preuves de transport. Preuves. Donc, avoir les tickets de transport ou reçu de carburant, on ne va pas vous rembourser ce qui est écrit dessus. Il faut quand même qu'on prouve qu'il y a eu un mouvement. C'est ça. Donc c'est un peu ça. Donc la secrétaire va passer et puis vous allez remettre, elle faudrait remplir la fiche et lui donner peut-être ici l'après-midi ceux qui ne sont pas sortis avec les tickets ou bien les justifs. Et elle va faire l'étape et elle remettra à chacun son enveloppe ici au plus tard demain matin. Mais on va remplir les fiches aujourd'hui. Donc en fonction du nombre de personnes, parce que c'est un forfait à redistribuer. Si on est plus de 40, si on est 40, ça fait 25 000 par personne. Si on est plus, il faut voir comment peut-être économiser pour satisfaire les autres. Donc, c'est ça. Donc, c'est une aide. Le projet a été financé à 50%. Habituellement, on fait des conseils de 2 jours. Cette fois, c'est une formation technique de 5 jours avec les professionnels. N'est-ce pas qu'il faut prendre en charge? Donc, ça fait que le coût double. Et le bailleur, justement, a aidé à 50%. 50%, c'est nous qui allons financer. Et c'est la participation des diocèses. C'est quand nous apporter, c'est ce que les diocèses doivent donner pour la participation, pour la contribution de la formation, la contribution pour le conseil. Donc, est-ce que les fiches circulent déjà? Quand les fiches de présence sont passées, maintenant, vous suivez pas à pas les fiches pour les décharges, vous expliquez comment remplir à chacun, sans vous presser.
Bon. I cannot translate, my brain is saturated. Let me try. Please wait a minute.
Brièvement, c'est pas non pas beaucoup.
Ah oui.
Bon, je vais essayer. Pardonnez-moi, j'étais un peu très instable lorsque la première séance a commencé. Généralement, c'était sur l'intelligence artificielle au service de la mission de l'Église. Caractéristiques, acquisition, installation et utilisation. Et puis, bon, cette présentation était repartie à... Un instant, s'il vous plaît, voilà. Bon, cette présentation, on a commencé, qu'est-ce qui est l'AI et quels sont ces outils. Et puis, bon, comment est-ce que ces outils supportent la mission de l'Église. Je ne vais pas repartir sur des définitions, elle a commencé sur l'historique de l'évolution de la technologie. Et en plus, elle a situé sur les avantages et les inconvénients de l'AI. Et aussi à nommer, à prendre comme comment je vais dire, à prendre l'autre, l'intelligence artificielle ne vient pas remplacer l'être humain, mais soit d'être pris comme un outil qui nous aide à travailler. Et aussi, elle a dit, il y a des différents outils. Là, il nous aide, par exemple, à générer des textes, mais généralement, l'AI n'est pas créatif, ça dépend de nous. Et là, il travaille selon des données qu'on lui a déjà données, et ça nous ramène cela. Je vais juste aussi prendre quelques notes. Les risques, par exemple, elle a parlé de ce qui est l'AI et ce qui n'est pas l'AI. L'AI n'a pas d'âme, ça n'a pas de conscience, ce n'est pas humain, ça n'a pas de discernement. Donc, ça ne remplace pas la présence ou alors des visites pastorales, ça ne représente pas, ça ne donne pas les sacrements, quoi. Et aussi, des risques avec l'AI, oui, ça améliore la communication, ça facilite certaines tâches, et puis ça peut nous aider à programmer les contenus sur les réseaux sociaux, mais c'est efficace, mais ça ne remplace pas l'être humain, ça nous aide à peut-être atteindre une audience globale, ça nous aide à promouvoir, créer un engagement communautaire, mais les risques en utilisant l'AI sont par exemple la perte du discernement humain, inexactitude doctrinale, la confidentialité et l'exposition des données sont des risques, et aussi la dépendance excessive et aussi des problèmes d'éthique. Avec l'AI comme risque, il y a la manipulation des images, des voix, Et le but de la mauvaise question de se poser, qu'on pose souvent, c'est est-ce que l'Église doit utiliser l'AI? Ça, c'est pas une bonne question, mais la bonne question qu'on doit se poser, c'est de poser la question comment est-ce que l'Église doit utiliser l'intelligence artificielle? Comment garder l'intelligence artificielle au cœur de notre mission, c'est-à-dire la mission de l'Église? L'AI doit être considéré comme un outil et non un maître. Et puis, ça doit s'aligner à des valeurs chrétiennes. Ça doit protéger la dignité de l'humain, de l'humanité. Et on doit le faire, on doit revoir, évaluer, aussi accepter quel outil utiliser. L'AI doit nous aider à protéger la dignité humaine, les mineurs, et éviter les manipulations. Et il faut aussi être, ça nécessite de promouvoir la responsabilité et aussi de respecter les éthiques et aussi former les personnels pour l'utiliser avec responsabilité. L'AI est là pour renforcer nos capacités et non la remplacer. Et aussi, il est conseillé de l'utiliser sagement, avec un jugement fondé sur notre foi et sur les valeurs chrétiennes. Donc voilà le peu que je pouvais faire comme un sommaire pour cette première partie. Je vais essayer d'être plus attentif pour la deuxième partie. Merci. Bon, je pense qu'on va continuer si Madame est déjà prête. Okay.
Bon, en attendant, you're still getting ready.
Donc, mesdames, messieurs, en attendant que la dame puisse nous retrouver, nous rejoindre ici, est-ce qu'on peut déjà commencer avec les fiches? Les fiches, c'est prêt?
Oui. Je passe le récupérer.
Je vais passer dans le table par table, rapidement, pour récupérer les fiches de travail que j'ai donné hier. D'accord. Donc, elle a fait 2 pages en guillemets, donc avec des noms dessus et le diocèse, ici. D'accord, ici. Merci beaucoup. J'ai dit que ceux qui n'ont pas rempli la fiche, ils ne posaient pas de questions. Ok, oui. Cette fois-ci, c'est le chantage émotionnel, ce n'est pas de l'IA. Et il y a des personnes que ça arrange. Hein. Si je ne vous pose pas de questions, vous ne me posez pas de questions. Oui, posez, s'il vous plaît.
Et puis pendant qu'on prend les notes, je dois vous rappeler que le président nous a proposé, il a suggéré, Conseil Michael Bibi, qu'à la suite de l'annonce de la visite du pape, puisqu'il s'agit de cela, qu'il y ait des réactions de la part des communicateurs catholiques. Donc que certains parmi nous puissent réagir, qu'on puisse enregistrer, qu'on va diffuser. La sœur Paul-Marie Valérie a accepté de coordonner un peu cette activité-là. Donc rendez-vous disponible, n'est-ce pas, pour réagir. Parce qu'il est bon qu'on le fasse même avant, il proposait qu'on le fasse ça avant midi, pour que dès que ça sort, qu'on puisse diffuser. Bon,
je suis dépassée.
voilà. Francophone, non? Ok. D'accord, ok. C'est deux problèmes. D'accord, donc, rendez-vous disponible, peut-être on peut piquer certaines personnes pendant la conférence pour aller prendre des réactions, revenir, piquer, revenir. Voilà. Bon, je vais désigner une deuxième personne qui va assister la sœur pour ce travail-là. Vous allez le regarder. Regardez qui peut. Voilà.
Donc, j'ai reçu à peu près une quinzaine de fiches. Combien de personnes suivent la formation? Combien de personnes? Une quarantaine de personnes. Donc, c'est-à-dire...
Peut-être un peu moins, mais...
Oui. Donc, on va donc dire une trentaine de personnes. Donc, j'ai juste la moitié de ces papiers-là. Donc, nous allons créer, quand nous allons créer des groupes de travail par rapport à la charte de l'utilisation de l'IA, je ne vais que fonctionner les personnes qui m'ont remis leurs fiches. J'insiste là-dessus. Oui, je viens prendre. Oui, les personnes qui ont saisi, vous pouvez, je ne sais pas, comment est-ce que je peux...
WhatsApp.
Même par WhatsApp, il n'y a pas de souci.
S'il vous plaît.
Tout le monde n'a pas reçu les instructions hier?
Sans vous couper, il y a l'information qui circule déjà. On a demandé d'attendre midi. Dans cet offre-là, moi je pouvais déjà ça. Mais les
qui a fait ça? Tout le monde va poser la question qui a fait ça. Et on était tous ici.
En tout cas,
parce qu'il a fait ça sur le esprit même. Il a demandé qu'on se suive.
Évitons de faire de polémique. Pour le moment, on est en formation. Ça peut venir de n'importe où. Donc ne pensez pas forcément que ça vient d'ici.
Ça vient d'ici.
Voilà. Quand on entend avec la formation, ça peut venir de partout. Hein. On n'est pas là pour incriminer les gens.
Oui.
On a déjà annoncé. Ok.
Donc, je disais tantôt, donc s'il vous plaît, ceux qui ont fini, faites tout pour nous envoyer cela, ceux qui n'ont pas encore envoyé cela, s'il vous plaît. C'est avec cela que nous allons créer des groupes de travail pour la suite de la formation.
Okay. Good afternoon once more again. It's still morning. It's still morning. Okay, so we were at another important stage. So we've looked at AI, what it is, we've looked at how it can be used at the service of the church's mission. We have also looked at AI tools that are all over TikTok. And then, now we are moving to a very crucial part, which is responsible use of these AI tools. There are 4 areas that we need to pay attention to. The features of the AI tools, how we acquire them, how we install them, and how we use them ethically and properly. AI tools are smart programs, time-saving assistants. In our case, they are mission support instruments. AI tools are not spiritual authorities. They are not. They are not moral agents, and we know they don't replace our pastoral calling. So the very first one we are going to look at when we talk about AI tools, and so that we can use them responsibly, is that we need to understand first of all what the tool can do. So we are talking about the features. It answers the question, what can this tool do? What are its abilities? What are its functions? What are its strengths? What is it capable of? What can this tool do? There are many things AI tools can do. There are many things that smart programs can do. They can
write and edit, they can do research and summaries, they can translate, design images, video, audio, data, reports, organize, give you ideas. They can even help in fundraising and grant proposals. They can do all that. So there are many. There are some commonly used tools. Yes. There are some commonly used tools, which I think by now we are quite familiar with. ChatGPT, DeepL, Canva, Face App, Magic Studio AI, any summary AI, FreePic, 11 Labs, Suno. I particularly like Suno. We'll understand when it comes to that. So what are the capabilities of AI tools for the church? So these tools can do all those things. Now within the church, what are the tasks that we need to be done so that we can look for the AI tools to help us accomplish those tasks? I know within the church we have sermons. So there are tools that can help you outline your sermons. Devotionals, reflections, Bible study guides, gospel-based social media posts, multilingual translations, messages, follow-up messages, question and answers and chatbot, all of that. The impact is that these tools help evangelization, and the impact is that it expands, it reaches many more people. The coverage is enormous. There are tools that have the capability of helping the church in faith formation. That's the second piece, in faith formation. With catechism lesson planning, with Sunday school materials, which is a real area in which the church needs attention, bringing up school materials for the children, for the young people, school ministry programs, simple theological explanations, leadership training manuals, study guides, transcription of teachings. All of these can help improve clarity. When we come to understanding advanced use of some of the tools like ChatGPT, you will understand clearly how it can be used for better clarity. AI also has tools that can help us in the church for social outreach. Activities that we engage in with the community. It can support volunteer coordination, grant writing, like we said, donor communication, monitoring, evaluation, all of these administrative documentation aspects. And it helps because it improves transparency and accountability. When you have documentation for everything, it's easy to access these things and it's a transparent process. There are some important reminders about features, about capabilities of AI tools and their abilities. Again, it does not have a moral judgment. It will do all the things that you want it to do, but it cannot tell you that don't do this one, it is wrong. Or go back like this because this is the right thing to do. It will not tell you that. It is capable of generating an image. Whatever you ask it to generate, it gives you. So it does not have moral judgment. We keep it in mind when we use those tools. Again, it is capable of doing the task that was programmed to do, but it is not wise. We are the ones who have the wisdom to decide how it should go. We have to verify outputs. It's very, very important. There are times that you generate something, and if you don't take a second look at it, you're like, oh, no, this is not supposed to be. This is not supposed to be there. So we need to always verify our outputs. Protect privacy. Use only what you need. The fact that a tool came with, I can transcribe, I can translate, it doesn't mean you just go because that is what the tool does. You are there using, you are just struggling to use only what you need. And I even added this other one. I think it's important for us in the church. There are some major decisions when it comes to tools that we need to pray about before we take decisions. Why can we find these tools? We've said that tools are, we've understood what tools are, we've understood what the idea, the categories of what they can do, their abilities. But where do we find these tools? Who wants to know where to find the tools? Who already knows where to find the tools? Okay, so here we go. The first thing is, you define what you need. Don't just jump into it trying to explore everything. AI is so wide, you'll get lost. There's so many tools. And when you finally see where to find those tools, you understand what I'm saying, that you cannot just go and start picking a tool and trying to, you will get lost. Define what you need. Number 2, you can use an AI tool to look for an AI tool. Hello? Hi. You can use a chatbot. You can use ChatGPT. I like that too in particular. ChatGPT and Complexity AI. But not to worry about this. I'll still show you the tool that you can use to find ChatGPT. Hello? Hi. Step 3. If you want to find AI tools, go to the directory. There is an AI directory. There are many AI directories. And here they are. So, I will go here. There you can find them. I've skipped. Yep. There you have them. Toolify is the most widely known. Toolify.ai. It has thousands upon thousands of AI tools. If you go to toolify.ai, you'll find all sorts of tools. And this large directory, it has categorized them. Text, AI tools for text generation, for image generation, voice, and more. There is another one, Futurepedia.ai. Futurepedia.io. Sorry, the biggest thing. .io, yes. It categorizes the tools and it even adds their pricing, their billing. How? Oh.
I'll plead. Since it's a bit getting practical and things which they can note, maybe I give the first summary and then we'll come to this practical, so I'll not go back.
Okay, let me see this slide. So you have that one. That's another one. Here you will find pricing, how much some of the tools cost. And then you have, there is an AI for that. .com. Just the way the name goes, there is an AI for that. Anything you want to do, there is an AI for that. .com. You go there, you're welcome to it. There, it even tells you the niche. So it's easy if you go there, you type religion, or you
Anything you want to do
go
in your life.
Yes.
Anything you want to do.
Anything, go there. It will show you an AI.
It's very important in money. It's very important to know it.
So we can do more research. Maybe next year we can share our research. And there is also top AI tools. I've just put 4 here. But in the handout, in the bigger document, there are many more. These are the widely known ones. Every single day, many more tools are added onto this. Now we know what AI tools can do and where to find them.
je soutiens juste que quand ça devient un peu pratique, je me dis que c'est important que je fasse un premier résumé et puis on continue ensemble. Ok. Donc, très rapidement, cette deuxième partie, cette deuxième partie, on parlait de la responsabilité. Ce qui concerne l'AI, quand on parle des responsabilités, on parle principalement de quatre endroits, c'est-à-dire l'acquisition, les caractéristiques, l'utilisation et l'installation. Il faut savoir quel outil peut faire, comment le choisir, comment l'installer et comment l'exploiter sagement. Et aussi, je pense qu'elle a aussi parlé des différents petits sommets. L'AI, ce sont des programmes SMART qui nous fait gagner en temps, qui supporte, qui peut utiliser comme un instrument pour supporter notre mission. Et là, parlons aussi, les responsabilités. La première responsabilité, c'est de savoir qu'est-ce que l'outil d'intelligence artificielle peut faire, et aussi quelles sont ses caractéristiques, et alors quelles sont peut-être ses fonctions, ses efficacités, ou alors ses capacités. Et aussi là, donner des exemples peut-être des différentes catégories des outils d'intelligence artificielle. Il y a des outils qui sont dédiés à écrire, faire des recherches, des traductions, des dessins, des vidéos, audio, analyser des données, organiser des programmes, ou alors peut-être aussi handwriting. Comment ça va être le mot méchant, désolé. Elle a aussi montré les différents outils qu'on utilise beaucoup, comme ChatGPT, DPL, Canva, FaceApp, Magic Studio, AnySummary, et ainsi de suite. Maintenant, ce qui concerne les caractéristiques des outils AI peut-être pour l'Église, AI peut nous assister en tant que travail d'Église pour nous assister avec les sermons, les réflexions, les guides bibliques, et ensuite de suite les traductions, les questions, et ensuite les consorts. Et aussi, ça peut nous aider à programmer les catéchises, les enseignements avec les jeunes et tout. Bon, voilà ce que ça peut faire en tant que la mission de l'Église, ça peut nous accompagner avec ces différentes tâches. Et aussi, elle a aussi parlé, juste un rappel, l'intelligence artificielle n'a pas de jugement moral, ça n'a pas de capacité, c'est nous qui avons cette capacité mentale ou alors cette sagesse pour plus que ces outils. Et c'est aussi important de souvent vérifier ce que ça nous remet comme résultat après avoir passé des demandes. Il faut juste l'utiliser vraiment quand on a besoin. Et aussi, c'est bien de prier pour un discernement intense avant de faire une décision pour l'utiliser. Où est-ce qu'on peut trouver les outils d'intelligence artificielle? La première chose, c'est d'abord définir ce qu'on a besoin. Et aussi, on peut demander à un répertoire ou alors on peut trouver tout ça, c'est AI, l'intelligence artificielle chatbot ou alors Explore AI. Ce sont les différentes plateformes auxquelles on peut retrouver ça. Et aussi, la première étape, c'est de définir quel est notre besoin. Ça peut être un design, ça peut être un texte, ça peut être générer une musique et consorts. Lorsque vous avez fait cela, c'est maintenant aussi important de demander de ces différents outils. Donc, il y a un répertoire qui a peut-être presque toutes les informations sur les outils d'intelligence artificielle. C'est important, donc lorsqu'on a défini ce qu'on veut faire, c'est important de demander, aller dans ce répertoire et demander quel outil correspond à notre besoin. Et aussi, la troisième étape pour lesquelles, c'est aussi d'explorer, comment on dit ça, le répertoire, par exemple, le répertoire de l'intelligence artificielle, auquel il y a les différents les sites dont elle a pris là, on peut regarder ça. il y a les différents outils là-bas, selon les besoins. Il y a ceux qui sont focalisés sur les textes, les images et tout. Il y a d'autres qui catégorisent ces outils en mettant les prix. Il y a d'autres qui guident vraiment sur les différents outils et les prix et comment l'utiliser et l'exploiter. Donc jusqu'à là, voilà le sommet de cette première partie.
Et puis je voudrais insister sur une chose qu'elle a dite, qu'il y a pratiquement une intelligence artificielle pour tout, pour chaque tâche, surtout dans le domaine de la communication. La question de la aussi parce qu'on veut faciliter nos activités au quotidien. Donc, il suffit d'aller dans ces sites-là, même sur Google, demander je veux une IA pour tel, je veux transcrire une vidéo, je veux transcrire un audio. Par exemple, je veux écrire un article, je veux monter une vidéo. Et en général, l'utilisation de l'IA, ce n'est pas très compliqué. Une fois que vous avez l'IA, vous apprenez comment l'utiliser, c'est relativement facile à apprendre à utiliser. Donc je crois que c'est surtout le principe. Et elle a expliqué bien le principe, comment l'utiliser. L'IA n'est pas un humain, l'IA ne réfléchit pas. Et donc, ces outils sont là. Maintenant, il faut les utiliser de manière humaine, avec beaucoup de précautions, d'attention. Et je crois que c'est un cours que chacun devrait avoir. Parce qu'on a la liste des sites, la liste des outils d'intelligence artificielle, et il s'agit d'aller repérer à chaque fois tel outil, tel site, qu'est-ce que je peux faire avec, comment je vais l'utiliser et autres.
Okay. Okay, so now we know what AI tools are, what they can do, and where to find them. What's the next question moving forward? How does the church choose the right one? Here you are, plunged into the bank or the sea of AI tools. How does the church choose the right one? That brings us to responsible use number 2. Acquisition. How do we have access to these tools? How do we obtain these tools? But first of all, how do we choose them correctly? Choosing an AI tool is not impulse. Oh, that's a trendy thing. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's nice. That's the new thing on social media. It's not impulse. I just like it. It's not impulse. No, that is the new one that they're using now. Is that the reason why you should choose an AI tool? Because everybody is using it? Oh, I'm excited about this one. The talking avatar was talking and it was a baby dancing and I want to do it too. It's not about exciting. It's about discernment. Why does acquisition matter? Why does it matter? Because not all tools are church friendly. Not all tools, not all, will support the work of the church. There may be conflicts, maybe with our values, with our principles, and so on. So we have to watch out for. Some of them may risk privacy. Some of them, when you upload your information there, you're not so sure what happens. But you need to know the developer so that you can trust the developer. Wrong tools can damage trust. Meanwhile, when we choose well, wisely, and responsibly, we can protect dignity. And we can also protect the credibility of the church. For example, we talk about storing baptism cards and all of that. Those are that's sensitive information, you know. So we need to know how to use them. So before choosing an AI tool, it's good to ask ourselves a few questions. Does it support our mission? Will it respect human dignity? Will it protect privacy? Will it work in Cameroon, given that I have to do, there's French, I have to translate in a window, I have to meet my pidgin English audience. Is it the right translation tool for me? Can it meet my needs? the local reality. Is it affordable in the long term? You're excited about it now, but can you continue using it in the long term? What about tomorrow? Is the tool easy to use, or is it complicated? And this last one, which is very important, is this tool that I am about to use. Can a human review its output? Whatever I generate from it, can somebody review it, or is it final and it cannot be altered? So we look at a very important thing on the acquisition, which is free versus paid tools. Free tools don't cost anything, they're free. They're good when you want to test a tool, no? You just want to see how it works. You can test it. It's easily accessible. It's there. There's an AI for everything. You just go there, you see it. But it is limited. It has its limitations. There are many features and capabilities of those tools that you will not have access to because you have not paid for it. So they give you only the small and trial version. Just take a bit, a sneak peek. Just small. Try it and see how it is. By the time you start enjoying it, wow, it's nice. So you see, pay for plus. Pay to get more out of it. So usage limits. Lower security. With free tools, you're not very, most of your generations at times are not, you can't keep them confidentially, you can't keep them to yourself. It is there in the database, and it's possible that a third party could also have access to it. And then at times there are ads and branding.
Urgence, on doit se regrouper absolument maintenant. Je crois dans la grande salle de la conférence pour l'annonce officielle de la visite du pape. Le président vient de nous demander de nous rapprocher avec toute la communauté de la CNC. Donc on s'excuse encore de l'interruption. Let's go up. C'est quoi le nom? On va vivre ensemble ce grand moment. Avec les journalistes aussi. Ceux qui ont les caméras, vous pouvez venir avec les caméras.
Il faut quelqu'un là-bas pour sécuriser les appareils.
We can really see that the country is a beloved country because this will be the fourth apostolic trip of the successor of St. Peter to our country. After St. John Paul II, and see how blessed is our country. We have been visited by someone who now is God's friend in heaven. John Paul II. He visited us twice, in 1985, as you know, and then in 1995. And then we had Benedict the 16th, who visited us in 2009. And after that, John Paul II became a saint, who is now interceding for us from heaven. When we are talking about Cameroon, he sees everything that happens in Cameroon, and he prays for us. Is that not wonderful? How should we not be grateful to God? To God be the glory. Yes. So now we have the good news as the president wrote, the president of the conference, we just have to begin to prepare even more eagerly. I also promise that after the announcement of this wonderful news, I will introduce you those who are surrounding me, who are there. It's important for you to know them. When there were rumors of a possible visit or an eventual visit of the Holy Father was given to us, les évêques s'étaient réunis en assemblée et ils ont commencé à préparer cette visite éventuelle. Et ils ont mis sur place un comité d'organisation. Pasteur Roch avait demandé qu'au niveau de l'Église, il y ait une coordination générale, nationale, de même au niveau de l'État, qu'il y en ait une autre. Au niveau de l'État, nous savons que c'est le directeur du cabinet, son Excellence, le ministre Rosario Samuel qui s'en occupe. Mais au niveau de la conférence épiscopale, les évêques se sont réunis et ils ont choisi des personnes pour nous accompagner au niveau national dans cette préparation ou dans cette préparation. J'ai l'honneur de vous présenter le président, celui qui est chargé de la coordination générale de la visite ou du voyage apostolique du pape Léon XIV au Cameroun, Monsieur Opier Johnson. Non. Je le connais davantage comme le président de Catholic Men Association. Président national. Il a d'autres titres, qualités et grades que je ne vais pas décliner ici, parce que nous le connaissons au sein de l'Église comme président de Catholic Men Association. Donc c'est lui qui va et qui depuis des mois est déjà au four et au moulin pour que cette visite se passe très bien. Ensuite, au niveau de la liturgie, nous avons Monsieur l'abbé Essomba. Ça ne pouvait pas être mieux. Ce sera la 4e visite qu'il dirige au niveau de la liturgie. Le bien est bien. Donc, c'est lui donc qui va coordonner tout ce qui concerne la liturgie. Il va travailler avec d'autres responsables de la liturgie des différentes provinces ecclésiastiques concernées. Vous avez entendu dire que le pape visitera la province ecclésiastique de Bamenda. Donc il va travailler avec les responsables de la liturgie de Bamenda. Il va travailler avec les responsables de la liturgie de la province ecclésiastique de Yaoundé. Il va dire non seulement Yaoundé, il y a parce que dans Yaoundé, il y a la province de Bertois et la province de Garoua, qui sont appelés à travailler ensemble. Il va aussi travailler avec ceux qui sont chargés de la liturgie de la province ecclésiastique de Douala, avec aussi le chef de la province. Et nous avons enfin celui qui est chargé de la communication. Son Excellence, Conseil le nonce apostolique, est venu ce matin nous parler de l'importance, de la très grande importance de la communication. Alors les évêques ont regardé dans tout le pays et ils ont porté leur dévolu sur M. George Winka, Yelka, un grand fils de l'Église catholique, et vous avez entendu parler de IWTN au Cameroun et en Afrique. c'est lui qui s'occupe de IWTS. Donc, parfaitement bilingue, on pouvait être qu'une personnalité comme celle-là pour s'occuper des médias, au nom de la conférence épiscopale nationale du Cameroun. Au nom des évêques, je leur dis merci. Merci du temps qu'ils ont trouvé pour que nous vivions ensemble cette annonce comme Église. Le président de la conférence est en ce moment
Mesdames, Messieurs, s'il vous plaît, ceux qui sont encore à l'extérieur, merci de bien vouloir entrer. Nous allons continuer avec la session de formation. Nous allons nous battre à finir cette partie-là en 1h30 maximum, 1 heure, pour nous permettre de rattraper le programme. Et donc la fin sera donc juste après les pauses de sieste à laquelle vous avez temps.
On mérite ça.
It's true that to be able to translate, I need to have the power and then I need to work on the translating to the as well and then give it 7 because that's what I told him that I will better translate
And
Okay.
it's even detailed.
Yeah, that's it.
It's very clear. All these things are here.
Yeah,
It's on the
that's what they do. That's what they do.
So,
We will translate that document. So we know.
Donc je parlais tout à l'heure de la sieste à laquelle vous tenez tant. Donc on va vous permettre de la suivre. Mais demain, s'il n'y a pas l'évêque, il n'y a pas quelqu'un qui vienne vous soutenir, vraiment, il y aura pas de sieste. Je vais former une salle vite et assumée.
Pourquoi vous hésitez sur la suppression de la sieste?
Parce que justement, l'effet de cela, c'est que nous allons...
Non, nous sommes des gens qui sommes rompus avec certaines formations.
Oui.
Et on ne va pas un matin se lever comme ça pour balayer du réveil de la matinée. Donc la sieste, elle est sacrée. Et elle doit être observée strictement.
Oui, je suis d'accord avec vous. Mais sauf que ce n'est pas une guerre contre votre sieste, c'est juste que...
Malheureusement, c'est les mesures que vous donnez. Parce que depuis, il y a pas de sieste, il n'y a pas de sieste.
Non, ne vous fâchez pas.
On est fatigué d'entendre ça.
Non, ne vous fâchez pas, rassurez-moi.
Non, on est fatigué d'entendre ça.
Par contre,
vous êtes des personnes qui ont une conscience, qui savent pourquoi ils sont là. C'est pas une machine qui a parlé là.
Je ne pensais pas qu'un moment de relaxation vocale aurait pu se tourner à...
Non. C'est que c'est le même refrain.
C'est
le même refrain depuis hier. C'est le même refrain, ça revient. Et puis ça finit par lâcher.
Non, rassurez-vous. C'est un refrain amical. Ça n'a rien de... Je n'ai pas le pouvoir de vous forcer à faire quelque chose. Je pense que nous sommes amis depuis le début. Et à aucun moment je n'ai manqué de respect à quelqu'un, ou à aucun moment j'ai été discourtois envers quelqu'un. Donc, si je l'ai fait, je m'excuse sincèrement. Il ne faudrait pas vous fâcher parce que nous sommes ici en bonne amitié. Je vous présente en chacun mes excuses les plus sincères si j'ai semblé être désobligeant ou avenant cela. Donc, pour ne pas vexer quelqu'un d'autre, je vais remettre la parole à la formatrice. J'avais une copine et tout, je ne sais pas si... C'est comme ça qu'elle me menaçait souvent.
Pourquoi avancer?
Donc, comme nous sommes redevenus amis, vous me devez 1 000 francs.
C'est pas vous allez vous rembourser 50 000.
Donc, mesdames, messieurs, nous allons continuer dans la mouvance de la venue du peuple qui arrive et tout. Donc, nous sommes dans la bonne humeur. Donc, nous allons continuer dans cette séance. Je remets donc la parole à la formatrice.
what do you do if you have something and you want somebody to buy it, but the person tells you they don't have money? What would you do? Are we together? If you have something that you're selling and
and you want somebody to buy it, like you have a new product, let's go with the new product that you have, and you want somebody to buy it, and the person is like, I don't have money. What would you do to get that person to buy it? If you have a new product,
Si vous avez un nouveau produit,
and you want to sell it, and then it is good for pilot projects, new projects, a new thing that you want to do. You just want to try it, you don't want to pay for it. So when you're starting a new thing, you can try new products to see if it's the best one for you or not. So a small team in a diocese or in a be good to test them and see and learn. Okay, now the paid tools. When you test and you think it is good, or if somebody recommends and you think it's good, you pay for it. What are the advantages of paying for a tool? They have advanced features. You can enjoy everything, all the capabilities, all the things that the tool can do, you can enjoy it. There is higher security. Anything that you use the tool to do is kept in your personal storage area. Another person, a third party, does not have access to your creation. It is unique, it is licensed to the extent if somebody touches it. You can take the person to court. Going to court is not a thing, really. But you can, what I just mean is that you can indicate that somebody has used your piece of your work. Then it can really reliably supports you. There are fewer restrictions, you can enjoy it very well. And then when you pay for it, for long you can enjoy it. And then you have to consider that this tool that I'm paying for today, in the long term, will I still be able to pay for it? Can I afford it? Hello? Can I afford it? Are there some hidden costs that I am not seeing? Can it really protect my data? And then this one, when you pay for it, it is better for large communities. Like if the church decided to use an AI tool, for example, Canva, which we look at, the church
and go for the option that enables all the dioceses to enjoy from it. And it will be cheaper than if each person had to pay for the tool. So when you have paid tools, it's usually better when it's a large kind of thing. Or even an individual that will be abilities from. How do AI tool subscriptions get paid? People who are not interested in paying for AI tools may not know how important this one is. Because when you go online, you keep hearing free tool, do not pay for tools, free AI this, free this, that. But actually, most of those free tools also have the paid option. And if you use only the free option, you will not enjoy all of the capabilities of that tool. How do you pay for the tool? Please raise your hand if you've ever wanted to pay for the tool and you don't know how to do it.
Levez la main si vous avez essayé d'acheter un produit et vous n'avez pas pu.
Do you still want to pay for it and you still don't know? Yes.
Est-ce que vous voulez toujours acheter ce produit et vous ne pouvez pas, et vous ne savez toujours pas comment faire?
Welcome. So this is your answer. Okay. So how do we pay for AI tools? There are common methods. Common methods that we use. We use credit and debit cards. We use credit and debit cards. You can use PayPal, Stripe, Apple Pay. Some of these things are foreign to us because we don't really have them active in Cameroon. And then you have bank transfer. This happens when an institution like the Catholic Church, for example, wants to pay for maybe for Canva. I go to Canva because Canva is a wonderful tool. If they want to pay for Canva, they don't need to be doing small payment. They communicate with the Canva team and they do a payment, like bank transfer, because it's a big organization. Now, back to the level of individuals. You can use mobile money. Mobile money in Cameroon through a third party. Let me explain how. I have a card that I can use to do payment on. You don't have a card, but you want to pay for it too. Right? You send me money by mobile money, and I pay it for you. Because I cannot share my card details with you. So that's it. But that is seriously restricted, especially in areas where it's so difficult. Imagine in Cameroon, in the remote areas, where people really don't have any use for bank details. So that's
Oui, j'aimerais ajouter quelque chose par rapport à ce qu'elle dit. C'est un problème qui était un véritable problème, c'est-à-dire le fait de chaque fois que je veux faire un achat en ligne et que je n'ai pas de carte, je suis obligé, par exemple, pour les paiements Netflix et tout ce qui paraît, je suis obligé de me rapprocher vers un ami qui a une carte Visa, une carte Mastercard. Mais sauf que depuis 2 semaines déjà, ce problème a été foncièrement résolu avec MTN et avec Orange. C'est-à-dire, sur votre application MaxX et même sur votre MTN, l'application MTN Mobile Money, vous êtes capable d'avoir une carte virtuelle qui fonctionne avec votre compte Orange. C'est-à-dire, vous rechargez votre carte virtuelle, ça coûte 1500, 2500 francs selon les opérateurs. Et qu'est-ce qu'ils ont fait? Vous savez que quand vous avez un compte Mobile Money, c'est un compte bancaire que vous avez. Mais de manière publique, on ne le dit pas souvent, mais c'est un compte bancaire. En fait, Orange et MTN sont devenus des institutions bancaires. Mais sauf qu'ils n'ont pas tous les agréments de fonctionnement d'une banque. Ils se sont donc rapprochés des banques. Dans le cas de Orange Money, par exemple, c'est Access Bank qui délivre les cartes. En fait, vos cartes virtuelles sont en réalité des cartes physiques. Mais que vous n'allez pas retirer, puisque parfois, si vous devez arriver à la banque, donc ça veut dire qu'à partir d'aujourd'hui, si quelqu'un vous envoie de l'argent de l'étranger, ça rentre dans vous pouvez connecter cette carte à votre compte bancaire. Ça rentre dans votre carte virtuelle. Et vous pouvez transférer ça de votre carte virtuelle à votre Orange Money en Comme vous voulez recharger votre carte en utilisant simplement le problème que cela vient résoudre. Ça vient résoudre le problème qu'elle a posé tout à l'heure. Mais ça vient créer un autre problème, c'est-à-dire si vous sortez du Cameroun, hein, vous n'êtes pas obligé de signer ça là-bas. Vous partez à l'étranger, vous en la monnaie locale. Mais sauf dans ce cas d'espèce, vous dites que ce problème a été résolu. Mais ça a créé encore un autre problème.
I'll also take it a step further to in Cameroon, there is the option of a prepaid card. You cannot send money to you using that card, but you can make a payment. You can put money in it. From Afriland, you can get it from UB. Just go there. They give you a prepaid card. With a prepaid card, online, you can just put, if the tool costs $10 a month, it means it's something like $6. Put that amount in the back of the card, and when you do the 3 numbers, and then you make the payment. It's as easy as that. And you can only accept. Did I answer?
Yeah, you went on.
Because what I pay. Will it be me or is the company? After you for almost 5 years, like they are tools, is to say, test the chemistry. When you're happy with any, more pain. Growth should be gradual, not rushed.
J'ai fait l'expérience de ChatGPT que j'ai appris à utiliser, et puis à un moment donné, je suis passé à la version payante. Toutefois, je n'ai pas vu de différence entre les 2 versions. Quand
ce que je peux dire, c'est que généralement, dans ce cas d'espèce-ci.
Non, j'avais pris un exemple précis sur la génération des images, des affiches. Avec la version gratuite. Et quand je suis passé à la version, j'ai toujours la même chose. Oui, mais la qualité était même moindre. Sauf que ça te donnait plus de possibilités. Tu peux générer plus d'images par jour, d'accord. Mais en termes d'infographie, j'étais plus satisfait avant.
Oui, parce que ChatGPT n'est pas un outil foncièrement destiné à la génération de nouvelles. C'est ce qu'elle expliquait là.
The free version, actually, OpenAI allows you to use the free version, even 5.0, for a limited time. After that limit, they will tell you you have exhausted using GPT-5. They send you back maybe to GPT-4 or GPT-3.5. And the responses will be that way. And you will not be able to upload the document. You have a maximum length of document that you can upload. And you will not be able to generate more than 5 images. And the images you generate are slow. You are not able to use the deep research. I think it's the deep research function. ChatGPT also has the function of even generating videos. So there are many more functions, and it is faster. I think it is possible that we don't get to generate content often and much. That's why you may think that the free version satisfies you. Some of us who kind of like use it every single 1 hour, 10 minutes, you cannot want ChatGPT to limit you that you are unable to, because you have to wait 5 hours after before you work. So if you're a content creator, especially people who do who have YouTube channels, I operate a YouTube channel for kids videos. When you generate all those kids videos and everything,
and you have to publish like on a weekly basis. To do one video, for example, of 3 minutes or 4 minutes takes you days to do it. And you cannot be limited. So if you just have a few things to do, it's fine, you can go in the regulation. But if you have content to generate, you will realize that you have to push it further. When we come to the advanced use, I hope will explain more. So after looking at how you pay for the tools, did I answer somebody's question? How to pay for tools online? Yes. Next thing, responsible use. How do you install those tools that you have? Okay. How to install them? I said they're upstate. So it is about installing them correctly. And at times you have to install them in a way that will meet your needs. Set language preferences and everything. It's not just going online and clicking download, and the thing downloads, and then onto your machine, and then it starts saying do like this, do like that. That's not it. You have to determine whether the tool will protect or expose you. Why installation matters? If you set up something poorly, it can cause misuse or confusion. It can even expose private data. It protects dignity when you set it up. You know, there are some people who try to use tools that and to be transparent. If something needs to be paid for it. Those try to do things that and install it in another category. All right. So most AI tools are cloud-based. So they at times just require a web browser. You don't need to get it like before we got it on a CD, put it, install it. Now they are web-based. You just click on download somewhere and the thing downloads to you. And no complex installation is needed for most of these AI tools. All you need is create an account. How many people have installed AI tools before?
Ceux qui ont déjà installé des outils dans leur machine, ceux qui utilisent seulement l'intelligence artificielle. Je pense que c'est 80% de ça.
You see, it's not complex. The installation is not complex. You create an account, you verify your email, you enable 1 or 2 permissions, and you're good to go. But please, best practice is better to install some of these AI tools from trusted websites, official websites. And always, before you install it, check the terms of service. Always check the terms of service. The terms of service will tell you what they will do with the data you input. Read it. Don't say that it's too long and then you read the terms of service. And know the understanding the developer wants you and him or her to understand. And you review the documentation. It's very important. So again, for diocesan communicators, if you're using it on behalf of the church, do not use your personal emails. Always, when it's for an institution, always create a Gmail account for that institution. And then, for example, you have here, for example, parish name at diocese of .org. Not your personal. You avoid personal emails for the church. You use strong passwords. And don't share the login details. You set your language. Again, all those things. I'll just rush quickly. Never upload sensitive data. Personal data of minors. should not upload children's information just like that. It's important to ask the consent of people before you upload their information or something, but you don't. Financial records, you don't give your personal information. Medical information, confidential pastoral, baptism cards, baptism records, all those confidential things, sacramental records, don't feed them to the AI. It's better because we assume that AI platforms are public authorities. We are assuming that AI platforms are public.
Ils sont des environnements publics, ce qu'on s'est dit, que tout ce qui se met dans l'intelligence artificielle n'est pas forcément privé. Ce sont des environnements publics, on peut faire très attention à comment on les met.
When we use the tools as a team, it's important to know who does what, who generates it, who is going to supervise it, who will check it that the content is in line with the church before it is right. So we have to know who does what we use. And then there's a checklist each time you want to install an application. You need to have an official church account. The language settings too is good now to know that you can do in French or English or any. But if you're French speaking and the tool can only support English, you will not be able to use it well. Once you have installed it properly, the next question is how do we use it ethically and pastorally? This is the last section of responsible use. So how to use it? How do we apply all of what we said in church scenario? We're just saying that in everything that we do with AI, somebody needs to check. Somebody needs to check the content. For transparency's sake, so again, we should know that we are responsible and accountable. Hello? Before God and society. We should know that when we are using AI tools. AI must never replace priests or catechists. The fact that it talks too much and tells you very nice things, it should not replace them. Cannot replace them. It cannot and it must never generate sacramental content autonomously. Hi? We really cannot, I don't know, how would you feel, for example, if you saw a video online with an avatar? We know avatars, no? Celebrating Mass. Hello? Generate sacramental content autonomously. Never. Or listening to confession. I dare not even start saying that kind of thing. But know that the minds of people can work in that direction. What we are saying is that those are things that should never happen. Spread false or manipulated news. Imitate clergy without consent. Replace the human conscience. Misrepresent what's true. That's why if something is not properly presented, when you read, you'll be able to tell and then you can correct it. The aim of AI is to help us. Even when you make those errors, it's not intentional. So we need to review. And we should not produce exploitative content. For transparency's sake, when you generate any content with artificial intelligence, you have to label it. On YouTube, if you're running a kids channel, for example, there is a clause each time you upload a video. They ask you, was this content generated with AI? Is it altered content?
you must declare. If you use AI in any way to generate the content, you have to indicate it. It's being transparent. So it's an invitation to the Catholic communicators too. If content is generated with AI, please somewhere just put with the help or with the support or with the assistance of, because it's not really AI now, you start in front of the machine and words. So it's with the assistance of or with support from, so we can avoid deception. Is somebody hearing me? Yes. And then we can protect our trust and faithfulness. A proposed workflow. If you draft your document, you give it to the AI, it fixes it up for you, and gives you back in a nice way. It's good that you should check. A human should review it. When you review it now and you think it is good, give it to an authority or some other person in the church to approve it. Say, no, this is okay. And then, if it needs to be translated, you translate. After that, another person looks at the translation to be sure that it's good. And then, after that, it can be published and archived. So, we are done with using the 4 areas of how to use artificial intelligence tools responsibly, from features. Can we say it? Features, acquisition, installation, and use. Those 4 areas. If we can do it well, then that's good. So, to be responsible, AI must uphold human dignity, transparency, privacy, justice, and fairness, love and compassion, spiritual discernment, and most especially mission-driven use. So, there are some questions that we ask ourselves. We are already towards the end. Before using AI, we must ask ourselves, does this serve the church's mission? When you want to do a video with those babies that are dancing, just dancing online, does this video that I'm about to do, will it serve the church's mission? When I generate this content, can somebody review it and make changes before it finally goes out? Is the tone pastoral? Are the minors protected? Could this cause harm or scandal? Or it is safe and uplifting? When you ask yourself these questions, if you are not sure of the answer, don't use the tool. Hello? If you are not sure, pause. Don't move on. So, our next steps, I think for Candy is the end of this. The next steps will be that we need to stay connected to CONACOM, to Father Phil, so that if there are any updates, he can always pass the message to the team. We need to use if we have to use AI tools, we should use them strategically. We should be intentional. We should know what we are using. The responsibility is on us, not on the tool. If you even read the terms of service, you see that at times they actually write it there. We are providing the tool. But whatever you do with this tool is your responsibility. So also ensure that your payments online can be secure. You can use YouTube strategically. YouTube is the new television, in quotes. There's a big YouTuber, he's there, I'll not call his name, but in one of his videos he made it clear. Many more people are watching YouTube videos like television. Even the televisions are on YouTube. Yes or yes?
Yes. They are all there. And that is why many more watchers, people who watch the audience, are requesting or they prefer longer videos. Because people who have smart TVs prefer not to be switching from video to video. They just want to play something and let it watch. So, if you have challenges at any time, when you go to, there is a tool for everything. And you see a tool that you like, and you want to know more and you don't know how. Remember what Madame Honoré said. Go to YouTube and say, tutorial on this tool. You will see so many tutorials. Watch many of them and learn. Don't be limited, don't limit yourself. Everything is online. Then also upgrade your skills. There are online learning platforms. There is Minda.com, there is a Coursera, there is a Allison. There are so many of them. You can just go there. There are free certificates on AI. Take a course. Do it for 5 hours. Across maybe 1 week. And get a certificate and you'll be happy about yourself that you've learned more. And then explore the directories that I shared. There is a document that I prepared. I think it's 53 pages on all the presentations I've given. Just that it's in English, and I'm sure Father will translate into French. It has everything that, even the slides that I've skipped, everything properly. Yeah, AI could do it in 15 minutes. So if he gives you a soft copy, you can translate it. So our conclusion is that AI presents a real unique opportunity for the church. And may we continue to serve the church, and may technology evolve. Technology may evolve, but the mission of the church remains eternal. AI must serve the church's mission, never control it. AI must serve the church's mission and never control it. Thank you.
Donc, merci beaucoup pour les applaudissements, parce qu'elle nous donne son support par rapport, parce qu'elle est très pédagogue dans son approche. Nous, on a eu la joie un peu dispersée. Elle est dans sa manière de structurer le discipliné jusqu'à cette hauteur. Donc, en prenant exemple sur son corps. Donc, elle ne partira pas sans nous parler. Et maintenant, par rapport au document, là, je soulever ceci à un titre initiative. C'est un fichier Word qui est disponible. Donc, avec tout ce que vous allez apprendre dans cette formation, vous allez pouvoir traduire en foufoué ce que vous avez besoin d'en dire. Donc, on va en parler aujourd'hui.